All right, we're back at DJ's brother's house. Civic is near completion. We just got a couple things to wire.
Got a couple things to wire.
We got the entire motor to wire.
Yeah, but aside from that, it's done.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get some progress done on that today. DJ's brother is going to help us out with that because we don't know shit about anything. Aside from that, we have some packages that have been chilling for a little while. Some people have mentioned that we haven't been doing any mail videos, and mostly that's because we don't get much mail. Well, not
It's
compared.
kind of a feedback loop. We don't get much mail, so we don't do many mail videos. So we don't get mail.
Yeah, if we do mail videos, people are like, oh shit, they open mail. We'll send you something.
Yeah.
So, but today we got some stuff, so we're gonna open it. I'd like to mention that we're not using the gimbal right now because I forgot the screw thingy that screws the camera to the gimbal at my house. We're going old school today, and I'm gonna open this.
This thing has Russian stuff on it.
Yeah. What kind of box is it?
A Russian box. I bet you there's another smaller box inside.
Alright, this is from Stetsenko Mikhail. Hi Quentin and DJ, my name is Mikhail and I want to tell you how the truth and the future of more skids gave me an impulse to get my shit together. Funny how out of the hundreds of videos on this channel, the biggest impact on my personality was made exactly by this one. I was in a deep enough depression for 4 years in a row, and as usual I was killing time by watching YouTube. And then in the middle of the video I caught myself in a situation where I was literally saying internally, fuck man, please don't give up, please. A traitorous tear runs down my cheek. That was the first time when I was crying watching you. This moment I realized how much of a deal you guys, Quentin and DJ, became to me for all these years. You were the ones who didn't let me give up completely. This night I couldn't sleep at all thinking about what have I done to achieve my dreams. No right to give up and feel sorry for myself even for 1 second. Thank you for all your hard work. I want you to know that what you do is quite inspirational. I also wished you to so that the fire in your eyes would never go out. Here are some of the results of my work. I wish this way I could show you my gratitude for your contribution to my life. At Rival, Raid, and Doro Bonku, my 2 brands are here right now and mostly because of your help. Sincerely, Mikhail.
Man.
Damn.
That's like real shit.
That's heavy shit. I'm excited.
Let's see what he's done. Dreamy.
Dreamy.
Dude, that's sick. That's
City
like
Pop.
cool ass font. Oh, City Pop. Dope.
That is a nice font.
That's sick.
Damn, shitload of stickers. Crying in Japanese.
Oh,
Less skids, more skids.
A little
dude.
toggle switch. Oh, dude,
We're switched on to more skids.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dreamy, City Pop, Zero.
Dude, these are sick.
Oh, that one is sick. Spectre, Midnight Cruise Circulation. Ooh, that's cool. All black.
And
You died.
What's it called? What's the game is that from?
You tried.
Dark Souls.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, I don't know watch enough anime to know what the fuck all these are.
This is like a really big variation of stickers. Like,
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Yeah, man.
Very generous of you.
That is really nice. And yeah, for real, like it's like
Crazy to hear that.
Yeah, it's insane to hear like inspirational shit like that. And it also like stuff like that makes it easy for us to remember that like if you have some shit you want to do, like it's not that hard to just try. That's the like difference between like people who are out here doing shit and people who are sitting here watching people do shit is trying.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
People are so afraid to try. You just got to do it.
True.
Thanks
again, dog. Everyone go check out his stuff. We'll have his Instagram in the description.
This is from João Redro Chamcel Santo. That is not how you pronounce that, but it looks like it's from Brazil.
It matches your hat.
Damn, she a windy bitch out here today.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's been a while since I sent you my band stickers. Love the Civic build and can't wait to see it rip in the streets.
Ooh.
Yeah, me neither. Quentin's 240 is badass, as always. We've released an EP recently, and I thought you guys might enjoy it. Stay true, stay groovy, Zhao. Oh, this is the guy who sent us that one band, like, forever.
Oh,
I remember we really dug it.
yeah, it was like really weird.
Yeah, but it was, like, good.
Yeah. What was it called?
I don't know. Comanche.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, hell yeah, I remember that shit. I remember,
yeah.
like, looking that up and be like,
This slaps.
Can't believe you didn't sign this, man. How dare you? Got a little scratchy. Got a lot going on there.
Ooh.
Oh, it's got lyrics and shit? Dude, yeah.
This is dope. Kind of reminds me of Chris Cornell.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, this one is some airmail from Australia. It says there's a shift boot in here. Sick
Fancy.
shit. Dear More Skids, I just started up a little shindig making custom shift boots. So far I have just the Sakura style, but more designs coming ASAP. I thought I'd send you guys one to see if you liked it. They're made universal, so they should fit most cars. If it's too big, just pull down around the retainer till it's tight and you can cut off the excess material. I think it would look sick in the EF or the A6. If you like them and want more, let me know. I got you guys. You guys are honestly my favorite YouTubers and the only channel that actually makes me laugh. Keep being you and inspiring others to follow their dream. My business IG is Midnight Marauders __.
I remember Midnight Marauders.
Yeah, me too. His own personal is at Blaze, BLAZAE _. Love from Australia.
Cool.
Yeah, that is cool. It's got like a little guy right here for your shift stick to come out of.
Shift stick. This one is from Tragic Squad in Vancouver, BC. Hey guys. First of all, we'd like to say thank you for letting us send you our current merchandise. You're welcome. Currently waiting on our arrival of our snapbacks, and we will be happy to send a couple your way if interested. Our hoodies are in development right now. Each one is being hand sewn and screen printed by hand as well. We didn't want to go the cheap pre-made route as we are very much fashion oriented. Same. Ultimately, we consider ourselves to be a streetwear brand with automotive influence. Being car lovers ourselves, we feel that we are able to connect with that culture. We hope that you enjoy the jet tags and stickers. Again, we'd be more than happy to send you what we create in the future. If you're feeling generous, a shout out and or link would be greatly appreciated. Keep up the great content. Much love, Tragic Squad. P.S. We literally just received our die cut vinyl right before we were going to send this out, so we're including those as well. Also, this paper, I think, is like made out of human flesh. This is the craziest shit. It's like textured. It feels like nice paper. It feels like you could make a couch out of this.
Yeah. They're fashion oriented, dude.
And if you look at it in the light, look.
Whoa.
25% cotton fiber.
What the fuck?
I'll fucking roll up a car part and smoke it on this bitch. Tragic. Man, these cherry blossoms are tragic, dude.
Beautiful.
This says, tragic. Tragic. We own the streets. Tragic Squad 2018.
Cool.
Sick, dude. Thank you.
Thank you. Them's is tight.
Yeah. I had to see what those hoodies look like.
Yeah, hand sewn.
Hand sewn, dude. Fashion. A fashion man like myself would be really into that.
All right, now we got the classic to open.
Old Petrol Box. Trusty Petrol Box. We love you, Petrol Box.
I heard some pretty cool things about this month's Petrol Box.
I hear pretty cool things about every month's Petrol. What the fuck are you doing, Quentin? Even still, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure that's the wrong end of the box. Oh, I guess, yeah, it is.
Ooh, car washing mitt.
Dude, I'm gonna sleep with that. That looks
so fluffy. Also, look at the little, that, sick.
That's it.
That part.
That part.
Premier vehicle wash.
Dude,
I wonder if it smells good. It does.
Give me a sniff. Smells kind of like White Claw.
It does. Magnetic bit
holder. Dude, put your bits in there.
That's cool. Oh, yes.
Sour Patch.
One Sour Patch.
Dude, that's the largest patch. That's a Sour Patch adult. What the fuck? They always got cool shirts. Fitment Industry.
Petrol Box does a thing where they send you stuff every month if you subscribe to their thing.
Yeah, it's a subscription box and they send you cool automotive shit, t-shirts.
Lots of car care stuff, so that's nice.
They give you this little card that tells you all the brands and stuff and all the products. So if you really like one of the things, you can actually just go buy a bunch of it yourself instead of waiting for the next Petrol Box and hoping it's in there.
Pretty sick. And those guys help us out a lot. John, the owner of Petrol Box, is about to get his name tattooed on my foot tomorrow.
That's sick.
Friday. That's it for mail. What do you think? How is this going to be pretty simple?
Well, this part goes to the ECM, this part goes to the engine, and you just got to figure out the wiring in between. Other than that, it's pretty simple. You just really got to hook up power, tax signals, all the things that your car is looking for information, and make sure that the ECM has power. Everything else should pretty much work. We're dealing with the wire harness from a like engine from like car, so it should work just fine.
Yeah, I ripped this out of a junkyard EG hatch that was manual. It was not a SI though, so we'll have to run VTEC separately. which is like 2 wires. That's,
Literally.
Yeah. And then, yeah, this is where it might be really fucked.
That's fine.
Because
This has to be grafted back into the harness anyway.
Okay, because it was either pull the entire dash out of the car at the junkyard, and I was not about to do that, or cut all that shit. So I just cut all that shit.
So this is the plug to the engine. So whatever color wires you see in here are what we're gonna have
we need, yeah.
to run.
That's
from
kind of
the
what I was
DCM.
looking at.
So yeah, getting this stripped down, getting it laid out, identifying what we have and what needs to be done, and then putting it in. Removing the other half. It's gonna be an issue, but shouldn't be too hard. Should be easy.
I'm looking at this
I'm looking
shit.
at this and I'm like, fuck that,
Oh,
dude.
where do I start?
Yeah. Oh, this is the right of it. List of parts needed. 92 ECU P28. Got that shit. Training. You know I got that shit. Fuel pressure regulator. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, it's right there.
This whole thing right here is the fuel pressure.
Yeah, all of it regulates fuel pressure, dude. Whenever wiring is concerned, the pins are counted left to right, top to bottom, while looking at the wire side of the female connector, with the release for the connector at the top. Take a moment and picture that, so you can do it right, as this is the way Honda does it, and if everybody does it this way, the world would be a better place. All connections that don't need to come apart for any reason should be soldered and heat shrinked to maintain. All connections that don't need... Oh. Started reading the same line twice. As many kinds of connectors come loose, vibrating. Yeah, dude, that looks like when I was in fucking New Yorkington City for the first time, we went to the bodies exhibit or some shit like that, and it was like installation thing where it was a bunch of like real human cadavers, but just like shredded to fuck. But there was one that was just an entire dude's fucking nervous system, and he was just like... It was just a bunch of fucking veins and ventricles and testicles and electricals, and it looked like that.
Nervous dude.
Nervous dude. That whole system was nervous as fuck. Yeah, dude, if you just do everything on these papers, it looks pretty simple.
Looks fucking...
Got the old fuse box out of the engine bay. Trying to figure out where to put the new one. Believe it or not, the EF engine bay is slightly different from the EG engine bay. There's not really any place to put it. Alright, what do we got?
Alright, now that we've got this spaghetti factory going, here's a couple of the connectors that went up to your fuse block, power to the fuse block.
That's VTEC, right?
No, that was actually
Oh, that.
our air control.
Shit.
That's your engine harness. That actually goes to the, well, what did go to the engine. That also went to the engine. What we're trying to do is separate down here your headlight circuit out of the pass-through harness. This
Yeah.
is the one that goes from your
like that,
drywall.
basically?
Yep, that guy right there. Separating that harness out, and then there's a couple of grounds, and I'm not sure what these other wires are that went up to the fuse block, so I have to look that up, see if we can cut them off and rewire them in.
Cool. And then, so it's basically just cutting that shit, tying it into this shit, and then
Plug in the ECU.
plug in the
into
ECU and see if it starts.
Yep. And a couple of basically cut this from here, wire it back in. Hopefully we got all the codes right. Pretty easy to identify.
Yeah. And then it was tomorrow. Basically, the progress that was made yesterday was got everything separated, all the stock harness kind of pulled apart into its own little sections to more easily figure out what's what and what has to be tied into what. But Chris kind of got to the point where he needed the wiring like right up to really make any progress. And we didn't have a good version of that, so we kind of broke for the day. Went home and printed that off. Now it's the next day.
So basically we just gotta trim that harness back down to the point where we can pull the ECU plugs out of it and then run this one through it, start hooking them back up.
That's ECU shit.
A couple of these will hook up for power, tachometer, fan control signal, fuel pump control signal, stuff like that, you know, stuff you need to run.
Which one's VTEC? Wow.
So earlier in the directions it says that all plugs are viewed from the back side of the male connector.
With the connector.
prongs at the top.
Up, yeah.
So basically what we're doing is matching the plugs, figuring out what they are, and then running through and identifying what's going to get hooked up inside the car.
Amazing.
Fuel
Like
pump
shit.
control.
So then it's about 900 of these, right?
Yep.
Great. Perfect.
Yep. Oh no.
Oh, what?
Oh no, I screwed it up.
So basically it's a whole bunch of this.
Yes.
We have all these to do, and then all these to do. Which some of these may or may not exist because it's not the same
That's from
harness.
the
for the same,
ideal.
yeah. So like there may be shit on the harness that doesn't exist for this engine, and there may be shit in this engine that isn't on the harness, such as VTEC. There's no VTEC on this harness. We have to run that separately. Okay, so essentially what Chris is doing is labeling all of the things on this harness that need to be wired to either the dash harness or something else like up here. Pretty much just the dash harness though, I think, right? All this shit gets labeled, pushed through the firewall down to where the ECU will sit. These plugs get plugged into the ECU. He will reference what he's labeled with. We'll probably have to look up a diagram for the dash harness on this. Wire that stuff into the dash harness, so all that stuff talks to my car. And then I think once that is done, there's just some other stuff on another plug way over there. Yeah, like injector stuff. That's pretty much all that's left. That needs to be wired in, and we have more write-ups on how to do that. And then that's it. That's the whole job, I think. Oh, and VTEC.
Do the wiring on this one, these ends, and then I think
So it's kind of a recap. Like you've got all that shit wired for the ECU stuff.
and then up to the dash.
Yeah.
And then I'm working on some of this other engine wiring to run powers to different sides.
But that means you have to pull this harness out, which kind of sucks.
It's not too bad. Just gotta pop it off of all the connectors down there, run it back through, and then start separating it and doing the same thing.
So it's get that
Just
shit
takes
separated. Yeah, get that shit separated, get it labeled, cut off the
Get
shit you don't need.
Whatever
pretty much.
crossed over that we have to cross over, and
Yeah.
then
And then it's connect
start hooking
shit.
stuff back up.
Yeah, connect shit and plug stuff in. That's cool. Hell yeah. Okay, so this is... I wasn't filming.
So this is the harness from the driver's side rear,
Yeah.
and it has an alternator plug, a ground harness, and some other power stuff. And so we have to identify all of these and find out where they're going to go in the ECM harness and then wire them.
And then pretty much the rest of that shit can get almost cut off.
Yep, and then it gets all put back on the engine. I start pulling this stuff through the firewall,
Wiring
and
it
hooking
in.
it to the dash.
Cool.
So one more thing we'll have to do is identify what's in the
dash, yeah.
and then bring it out to the inputs we need.
That might be some more Googling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not overly complicated. So once that is shortened and those are wired into the dash, that's like,
You
that's
plug
it.
the ECM in.
And, yeah, and then you turn the car on.
Mhm.
That's sick. Right on.
Fingers crossed. VSS. I may actually have to add a couple of things. Snap.
Oh, good.
No turning back now, DJ. Ta-da.
Wowee. Free plug, $50.
What we've done is we've separated out all of these controls that need to be hooked up over here. And what we're doing is, because the way the old harness ran, it had a connector on the other side.
Way over there.
Yep, way over there. And then what we're doing is taking the connection from there and moving it back to this side of the harness.
Over here.
To plug into the ECM harness.
So basically, a lot of those will have similar labels to a lot of those, and
Yep.
you'll put them together.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Instead of these being connected directly to the harness, they used to be via a different harness.
Yeah.
You gotta chop and modify the harness to make it all stretch and work. So dash harness stuff, that's what we gotta find out.
Find
We gotta
out,
Google
All right. So probably tomorrow. Wiring continues.
that. Yeah.
Day 3.